my name is Srivastava and I am the area chairperson of BBA LLB Honours of Kirit Mehta School of Law, NMIMS. So before everything else, I want to tell you a little bit about law schools and law as a subject. So, in India, we generally have this conception, at least we used to have this conception that what to do after +2. So people would generally prefer to go for either engineering or medicine. But over the last 10 to 15 years, we have seen a tremendous increase in demand for studying law. And the reason being that law is providing very good internship and final placement opportunities for the students. The students are doing very well, they are earning very well, and also the fact that with these increasingly complex transactions which are happening all around us, there is a need for very good lawyers. So which is why that need has led to having multiple law schools all over the country, and we are producing a huge number of lawyers every year through this process. Now, the way a law student is going to be accepted in a law school is generally by way of giving an examination called CLAT. So that examination generally takes place after your +2, and it is an all India examination. So the university that you are going to get through will depend on how much marks you score in the CLAT examination. So in the School of Law, Kirit Mehta School of Law, we generally look for a minimum of 50% marks in the +2, and then depending on the CLAT score, we admit students. Now, coming to our School of Law and what are the things that we generally offer to our students. As we can, NMIMS Kirit Mehta School of Law was established in the year 2013, and the first batch graduated last year in 2018. So essentially it's a 5 years course, and we generally call it an integrated law degree because if you generally opt for a BA or a BBA course, it takes 3 years, and then if you want to do a graduation in law, it takes another 3 years. So essentially it's a 6 years time period that you would need to have to complete 2 bachelor degrees, whereas if you do this integrated law program immediately after your +2, it is a comprehensive 5 years course. So essentially you're saving on 1 year. So which is why we also offer a dual degree at the end of this 5 years. So it is either going to be a BA LLB Honours degree or a BBA LLB Honours degree. So currently at Kirit Mehta School of Law, we are offering BA LLB Honours and BBA LLB Honours. We also have our LLM program, and we are starting with our PhD in law program from this academic year. And the BA LLB Honours program actually covers non-law subjects like sociology, political science, history, economics, etc. Whereas we are doing a lot of exciting things in the BA LLB Honours program. We are, I think, one of the only institutions in the country teaching data science and artificial intelligence to our BBA LLB Honours program students. And apart from that, we are very dynamic in terms of the course content. We are constantly evolving in terms of the subjects that we are going to teach. Essentially, there are certain kind of laws that we are all supposed to know as law students in India, but we always take a one step further and try and understand that what the market is looking at from our law students, and try and teach that and incorporate that in the course module. I'll give you examples like we teach insolvency and bankruptcy, we teach foreign exchange management laws, we teach mergers and acquisitions, etc. These are some highly, we teach IPR and pharma industry also. So these are some highly technical as well as very niche and very focused areas in law that we are covering in our 5 years course. This is over and above the other core law areas like constitution, contracts, torts, family law, IPR, tax, etc. So that is how we have developed our course program over the 5 years. So initially we start with the basic laws like torts, contracts, etc. In the 3rd and the 4th year we teach the procedural laws like CPC, CRPC, taxation, companies law, etc. And in the 5th year we tell the students to either choose between the 4 specializations that we offer, which are IPR, business, criminal law and constitutional law. And depending on the choice of specializations that our students opt for, we teach 8 extremely core and niche subjects from that area of law to the 5th year students. Apart from that, we have a very vibrant internship policy as well in our school, which means that the students have to compulsorily go for internship from the first year of law school. And in the final year, they can do long-term internships throughout the year, and we have seen that majorly these long-term internships develop into a pre-placement offer and final placement. Apart from that, it's not like we are only studying all the time. We also do a lot of co-curricular and extracurricular activities. We constantly have guest lectures and workshops by dignitaries across the field, from judiciary, from academia, from corporates, etc., coming and teaching our students. Apart from that, we also have moot court competitions, we have debate competitions, we have essay writing competitions, and also we have sports fest and cultural fest and all of that. So essentially the entire academic calendar is peppered with such kind of events through the whole year. So yeah, so this is it. This is about the law school. We are doing very well. We had almost 100% placement for the first batch that graduated last year. Like, if I tell you the exact percentage, it might be 98 point some percent. So essentially it's that good. And so we are very proud of the students. Our students are also achieving a lot when they are going out and representing our university. Some of our students are representing us in international youth group competitions, and they're winning laurels out there, and even they are going to different competitions all across the country. We ourselves organize a lot of these competitions, and students from all over the country come here to participate. So it is very vibrant. It's new, but it's very good. So we have a website called law.nmims.edu, in which you will receive all the information regarding the School of Law. The admissions generally open sometimes in March. And firstly, you need to create your profile, then you have to upload your +2 marks, and finally when you get your CLAT scores, you need to upload that, and on the basis of that information you will be called for admission into the law school. So that is the process for admission in the school.